That is a huge no. No, don't, no!
Future editing Kalela here. I just realized I did my hair like Jessie Smiles completely by accident. I don't know how she had her hair in her video, but this is like a pretty classic Jessie Smiles look if you are a subscriber of hers. I literally just wanted to get my hair out of my face, and I think because she was in the back of my mind, this is what came out. That's kind of hilarious. Anyway, enjoy this very long video. Make yourself a hot or cold beverage, and tell me what you think in the comments below. Bye!
Alright, I think we're ready to do this. I'm upset. Hello, welcome, or welcome back. Just need to plug this merch that I've made. Says make the Yuletide gay. You can get it on my website. $10 Canadian. This is cream soda. More like scream soda. In here I'm screaming right now. We're gonna talk about Gabbie Hanna today, boys. Listen. I made some notes, and I'm just gonna get right into this. Previously on this channel, I have referred to Gabbie Hanna. I've used her as an example of, like, a YouTuber with complex PTSD. I kind of feel betrayed. I feel a little bit yikesed out that in one of my more recent videos, actually, I advised people to go look at her channel and watch her interview with Philip DeFranco, because I thought it was cool to see some CPTSD representation on the internet. Thought it was really great. And now So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend that you go, whichever corner it's in, go watch Jessie Smiles' new video. It got me with the title. Immediately I was like, okay, I need to watch this and see what's going on, because the title of her video was Gabbie Hanna needs to be stopped or must be stopped or something. Either way, it was like, Jessie doesn't get involved in drama. I usually don't like to either, but this, I feel like it's my responsibility to say something at this point, because I think I messed up by sending people to her channel, so I'm really sorry if I have messed up by sending you to her channel. I took notes. I didn't look at my notes before sitting down, because one of my notes is watch Trisha's video next. So I didn't watch Trisha's video. But apparently Trisha Paytas made a video that was called something along the lines of Why I Don't Trust Gabbie Hanna. From my understanding, Gabbie texted Trisha's boyfriend saying that Trisha had an STI that she did not in fact have. That's all I know about this particular situation, but what? This is not how we treat people. I watched Jessie's video last night, and I think I was shocked. Like, I was just like, wow, okay, crap. Like, I feel like I had a sinking... So I slept on it. And then I watched Jessie's video again this afternoon. Yeah, this afternoon. I just kind of took some notes about talking points throughout that video specifically. I don't know what else is all going on. I do know that I have unfollowed Gabbie everywhere and retract my endorsement of her as a CPTSD icon, because you'll find out. Just keep watching. I do want to put up a trigger warning. There's going to be a lot of talk about manipulation and abuse. I might go off on a tangent about my own experiences that all of this kind of brings up for me. And there is mention of sexual assault. I'm going to be using that R word in reference to the act and the person who did it. So if those words trigger anything within you, it's not worth it. Don't watch the video. I will not hold it against you. I don't pretend to know her entire past or her story or anything about her trauma, but she has stated a couple times on her channel and on a conversation with Philip DeFranco that she has CPTSD, and I thought she did a great job explaining what complex trauma is. I'm just saying, in regards to sending messages to a fan, completely unwarranted, after they tweeted an opinion about you, kind of really crossed a line. I know a symptom of CPTSD is having trouble with boundaries. We have trouble creating boundaries with people. We don't know when to say no sometimes. We don't know how to ask for what we want and need sometimes. And we also sometimes go a little too far. I think that's something that Jenna Marbles would refer to as the too much gene. That's a symptom of complex trauma, I think, is that we try to overcompensate. For example, when I was a child, my worth was tied to what I could do for other people. So going into adulthood, I didn't know how. I didn't know how to be a person, and all I knew was that I'm only worthy if I'm doing everything for everyone and being everything for everyone all the time, and to a fault. Like, this isn't me trying to be like how she said in that Instagram story, like, oh, beep beep, I'm so kind to everybody in my life. That was weird. Weird flex, but okay. No, what I'm trying to say is, like, you will accept my help, and you will let me make your life better, because I'm worth nothing if you don't let me do that. So you're going to let me do the most for you. That's not healthy. Sometimes people don't want it, but they don't know how to say no because they know we're doing it for us. So just listen. It's okay that you're not perfect, Gabbie, but a year of therapy isn't licensed to be like, cured, I'm such a good person. I can just treat people however I want. That's not how it works. That's not how we do things in this family, okay? And let's just talk about when Jesse approached Gabbie, being like, hey, you're kind of hanging out with my rapist, and that really bugs me. On a, like, traumatic level. That's, like, I'm paraphrasing. I have no idea how the conversation went down. But, like, Jesse told Gabbie, hey, heard you were hanging out with my rapist and his friends. Could you not? And Gabbie responded to that not appropriately. The thing that I really took from Jesse's video in that part was that Gabbie said to her, his friends didn't rape you. Listen, as a person who claims to have complex trauma, you should know that's not a way to speak to somebody about their trauma. Are you kidding me? You have to know that you fucked up. Your friend asked you to stop hanging out with her rapist. The notebook is performing as a bounce on my face right now. Wow. Your friend asked you to stop associating with her rapist. That's not an unreasonable request. It is not. I'm sorry, but it's not. I can't explain to you how it feels to have somebody openly supporting an abuser of yours. Gabbie, I'm surprised, as someone who is somewhat open about having CPTSD, I'm really surprised that I'm just surprised at this whole situation. And not in a fun, like, wow, she's so spontaneous, not in that kind of fun, surprising way. In the, like, you need to go back to therapy and learn how to treat yourself and others. Listen, complex trauma admittedly makes it hard to regulate your emotions and navigate personal relationships, especially as an adult who, complex trauma is just that, complex. As an adult who's going through treatment for complex trauma, it's hard, but you know what? It is our responsibility when we are ready. I'm not going down the victim blaming road here. I need you to know that right now. If you are not ready and you are still, like, in the thick of your trauma and cannot be healed yet. You know what? It takes time. You have to process your emotions. I've been in therapy for just over 3 years now. 3.5. Oh my gosh, 3.5 years? No. Almost. Just over 3 years now I've been in therapy. And I've just it's just the tip of the iceberg. 3 years of hard work. Just the tip of the iceberg. I'm finally starting to process some of my childhood trauma. Starting to. It's a lot. It's hard. I'm gonna move this book off of here. There we go. If you want to heal and you want to get better, as they say, like whatever that even means, if you want to recover and live your best life, like on the inside as well as the outside, you have to put in the work and feel the hard feelings and see his face and feel him and feel his hands. You have to process that. Someday you have to feel it, and you have to get through to the other side. You can feel it little bits at a time. My therapist recommends that I let myself feel it 10% and then let it go away. And every time it feels like the thing I'm feeling is this big, but as you begin to process that trauma, every time it comes up, it's a little bit smaller until it's like, I don't know how big it's eventually gonna be. It's always gonna be there, but it's gonna feel less daunting. Processing trauma is hard, and I don't think she's done it if she has this trauma. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you do have complex trauma, and maybe you have gone into treatment for it, but the attitude of in the clip that Jessie put in her video, oh, I was in therapy for a year and I just need to go and help everybody in my life. That goes back to the, you will accept my help, even if it's detrimental to whatever you're trying to do. I need it, okay? This is something we need to work on in ourselves. What happened to you is not your fault, and however long it takes you to heal from it, that's how long it's gonna take you to heal from it. But when you're ready to heal from it, and you're ready to put in the work, I promise it's worth it to put in the work and try to make yourself the best person that you can be on the other side of your trauma. And I don't see that. I don't see that because to go into a fan's direct messages to confront them about a tweet they made about you, that is a huge no, don't. No! How many different ways can I say no? Don't. That is an uneven power dynamic, and you're taking it to a private space. I just don't think it was appropriate. And then, on top of that, to talk about Jessie and her personal information and be like, oh, she would call me in the middle of the night and be like, sorry, I'm on meds and I'm freaking out and whatever. Listen, that is not the way to tell that story if it were your business and your story to tell, which it isn't, especially to a stranger on the internet. A, that's super personal information. B, it paints Jessie in a negative light. It makes it sound like addiction, and you know what? No, if she's switching up her psychiatric meds, it takes time for your body to adjust to that, and you know what? From what I saw in Jessie's video, if she did say that to you, if she did text you being like, oh, hey Gabbie, I'm so sorry, I've been off lately, I'm switching up my meds, I'm going from Lexapro to frickin' Zoloft or something, that's reasonable. That's somebody who's being responsible about their relationships when they know that they're struggling. That's somebody who's reaching out and being like, hey, my brain is doing the thing, and I can't rush it, and I can't control it. Sorry if you are impacted negatively while my brain juices are doing the thing while they adjust to their new medicine. I say this with love for you and everybody around you. You are going to be a damaging presence in their life, and you're going to damage your own life if you don't get serious about treatment and recovery. That was really harsh, and I'm really sorry, and the girl that Gabbie was messaging, apologized profusely and was like, oh my god, I feel so guilty. Oh no, 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 no. Like, do you want me to post a public apology? Like, I'll say that I was wrong and, like, misinformed and doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Gabbie gave, like, a pretty standard, like, manipulative response to that. It blew me away. She was like, well, you don't have to do that. And, like, I think the damage has already been done. Like, what, you think, yeah, that tweet ended up being detrimental to your career because in the age of screenshots, Gabbie, you decided to do this. Thank goodness for that lapse in judgment. Wow. Bye, son. Have fun at school. I feel like someone with complex trauma and self-awareness to any extent should understand that a response like that is so damaging. This girl, as she said in her statement that Jessie put at the end of her video, this girl was in an abusive relationship and was manipulated, and, like, that's trauma, and it caused her to be easily manipulated in this situation, which, I'm sorry, but come on. I feel like there's gotta be something going on with her that she chose to do this in 2019, in the age of screenshots and screen recordings, and, like, she's talking about, oh, there's gonna be doctored photos that come up now, dee, like, but you're, like, to be fair, part of the emotional dysregulation and difficulty with interpersonal relationships is that, like, sometimes we overshare a little bit, because, like I said, boundaries are hard. But it's inexcusable what you did. It was manipulative and wrong and an abuse of your power, and that is not okay. I have been a big fan for a long time. Like, despite everything. Something else that really bothered me was, oh good, Marco's gonna come and chew on his peanut butter jar in here now, so. In the clip of Gabbie talking about Jessie at the beginning of whichever video, she talked about realizing, oh, you're psychotic, which, that's a disorder and you know that, right? Like, I kinda hope not. Kinda hope it's just ignorance, but my mother had a psychotic disorder, okay? And you know what? It was absolute hell on earth. It was horrible for her, for everyone involved, and I don't know, she talks about mental health like it's a thing that matters to her. And, if that's true, she could stop using just, like, damaging language. Holy cow. I don't know what this video is. It's gonna be long, I'm sorry. Anyway, tell me what you're thinking. I don't expect anyone involved in the situation to ever see this, but I would love for someone to check on Gabbie and give her a reality check. When you start doing damage to others, that's when I have a problem with how you're choosing to heal yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense. Sadie, I know. Oh my god, I'm surrounded by, like, desk and just stuff. And Sadie can't reach me, so she's whining at me from the hallway. I want to wrap this up. I'm just gonna wrap this up by saying that if you have complex trauma, I hope you see this situation. I see you, Sadie, and learn something from it. That if you don't regulate your emotions somehow, if you don't utilize tools to help yourself heal and to help yourself recover. I mean, I've been her before. People called me the crazy slut in college, and I will absolutely tell you about that someday. Not this day. Recovery is work, and if you want recovery, I'm so proud of you, and you should be proud of you. And that is brave. I know that sounds so corny, but it's brave to want to heal, and it's brave to go through the process of healing, because much like when you freaking hurt yourself, I just found the first scab available. There's many. When you hurt yourself, it gets itchy as it's healing. When you get a tattoo, it itches because it's healing. And healing is uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. But afterwards, you literally have a work of art to admire. And I think that's where I'm gonna end this video, because that is a positive note. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that this was so negative. I think this was my way of processing my emotions about this situation, because I honestly felt a little betrayed when I saw that video and saw those messages. It just felt like a personal attack, because I too am a fan and would hate if she did that to me, because I see the manipulation. Even if you don't, when you send stuff like that, that is manipulation. That is trying to sway the situation to suit your narrative. But we're staying on our positive note, so on that note, don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today. Sometimes you forget, and then stuff like this happens. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your life. Don't know what that was. Bye.